AITA for giving my husband an ultimatum? 25 years ago, my 50th husband, 53M, cheated on me. It was just after our daughter was born, and he had decided he needed a break and went on a holiday alone. He was gone for a few weeks, and in that time, had an affair with some woman who lived there. In the present, I have learned that he promised to leave me for her and told her he was in love. When he returned, I found something incriminating in his pocket while I was doing laundry and confronted him. At first he tried to play it off as nothing, but the truth slowly came out. I was furious and contemplated leaving him, but for the sake of our daughter, I stayed. Our relationship was never the same, but over time we grew closer and to some degree, fell in love again. Our daughter, almost 26 now, just recently got married. They finally have a new home and have begun to move into the new place. A few days ago, my son-in-law came home with a young woman, 22F, and suggested that they take her on as a maid. I guess they had been discussing hiring help to take care of their house, but it all felt strange to me. The next day, I confronted my son-in-law about this woman. After a few minutes, he let it slip that the idea to hire her came from my husband. I then went to find my husband at his work, and there is where I found him talking to a woman our age. They looked like they were flirting, and if not for the fact that I knew better, you might think they were married. I stormed over, throwing them both off guard, and started shouting. I demanded he tell me who this woman and the younger woman were. That's when the full truth came out. I guess he couldn't keep it in his pants, and a few years after the initial affair he went back for more. She became pregnant and had their daughter. My husband thought that we should all be together like a family but wasn't sure how to do it. Then he came up with the brilliant plan to have our daughter hire her and, once we saw how great she was, tell us who she really was. I asked him how long he knew about her and he told me he was at her birth. To say I lost my SH*T would be an understatement. Years of business trips were actually just him spending time with his other family. I told him he had to make a choice. Family or fling. He called me an for making things unnecessarily difficult, but chose his fling and I have since filed for divorce. Update: delicious karma. Shortly after the divorce was settled, he married his mistress, but before that, I told my daughter the truth behind the divorce. She was furious with her father and has decided to cut contact with him. However, she admitted to me that part of her was excited to have a sibling. I told her I understood. She is an only child, and I told her that if she decided she wanted a relationship with her sister, I would support that. The girls got along well. I have nothing against the child. None of this is her fault. But then they decided to do a DNA test. After waiting a couple of weeks for the results, it came back. Turns out the girl isn't even my husband's child. Word got back to my husband, and now he's blaming everything on me. Apparently, I've ruined his new relationship and I've poisoned his only child against him. I'm not sure I can take all the credit for that, but AITA